I apologize in advance for my nasal issues. This introductory statement will be about bullying and how I believe it's misunderstood. Every so often, I like to mire myself in controversy because without it, life is just a shot glass full of day old water, safe and disappointing. People like to make all kinds of expose documentaries about just how evil bullying can get, and the news treats every little mean message on Facebook like they never heard anything like it before. And then, just when it couldn't get any worse, this poor young defenseless teenager was told by another student at his school that he should, and I quote, and brace yourselves, it's very graphic, kill himself. Gasp! Bewilderment! You saw my roast video of domestic fish filled with things 1,000 times worse than anything any 13-year-old has ever committed suicide over. You think he's dead? But that's different because he's your friend. Yeah, it's worse because he's my friend. Insults from friends hurt way worse than from strangers, but strangely, I've yet to find John hanging from a noose. A, because who even has rope lying around their house, and B, because thick skin is a literal lifesaver. But God forbid if John did ever kill himself as a result of bullying, I would make a video discussing it with you guys, while laughing my ass off. I think every kid who has ever died by his own hand has been a preemie. You must have been birthed too early before some of that last-minute emotional development took place. I don't feel sorry for them. If reading the words "you should kill yourself" is enough to make you kill yourself, then maybe you should kill yourself. And before you get mad at that, remember there's no practical harm in telling preteen corpses they should kill themselves. They're already dead. I honestly cannot even imagine how other cultures must feel about posh little white kids killing themselves in America. Are some of us really so weak that we can't handle 3 mean comments a day without reaching for a razor blade, when Chinese children in factories are jumping out windows and landing in nets that have been put there in response to a growing problematic trend of Chinese children in factories jumping out of windows? Suicide is a dream for them that they don't have the ability to make a reality. They literally leap out of 10-story buildings on their lunch breaks to relieve the stress of being a 9-year-old Chinese kid. Hey, white suburban middle schooler, who the fuck do you think you are? I hate to play the "some people have it worse than you" card, but this for me is truly when it is at its most acceptable. What is depression, and why does it plague the people with the easiest lives in the world? I'm just having a really hard time at school. It's really stressing me out. LOL, fuck off. The only time I get depressed is when something sad happens in the anime I'm watching, but that's empathy, that's positive change, and it's gone within an hour. Seeing the types of messages kids will send each other over social media has led me to one conclusion. People suck at bullying. You're ugly and nobody likes you. What is this soft-core bullshit? And it's working? How? I'd be so good at bullying, but I don't as a favor to society. Plus, then I'd have to register my vocabulary as a deadly weapon, and nobody likes being on a list. Time for some fake facts? Question 1 comes to us from SpyroFan1512, who asks, "Hey, remember like 3 fucking weeks ago when you said you were gonna start playing PS1 games? What the hell happened to that?" I did say that, yes, and I did want to. However, I can no longer remember how to connect my PS3 to my old capture card, and even if I did, it doesn't work, so, you know. My new capture card, the Elgato HD60, does not work with my PS3 because there's no way to disable HDCP in the PS3, and previously people would use HDMI splitters to bypass that, but apparently that doesn't work anymore or something, so I have no idea. But if you know, then please let me know, and we'll get to work on fixing this problem together. Just to add some incentive for someone to actually remedy this issue for me by telling me how I get it to work in modern times, which means not consulting YouTube videos from 2013, you should know that I plan to start Spyro 3 and Blasto as my first concurrent PS1 series, so get on that shit. Part of the checklist to YouTube stardom is to get my viewership to do my work for me. Wow, this guy's an asshole. Yeah, we've had ample evidence of that for quite some time now. Question 2 comes to us from Emma Bird, Jordan Lynn, and other real names of people related to this question, who ask, "Have you ever lost friends in your dogged pursuit of being a complete shithead with no respect for humanity?" That's a terrific question from exactly the right people, and the answer is a resounding chorus of yeses. It's not been as bad as I might want to make it seem, because having your ideals, or a lack thereof, regardless of who enters your life, is commendable. But in order to surround yourself with the right people, you have to weed out the wrong sort, or in most cases, have them weed themselves out in a very aggressive and vengeful manner. It's not like I'm constantly making abortion jokes or explaining why necrophilia sounds perfectly alright to me, until they start to rot, of course. I'm normal like 90% of the time. I mean, how often do I say something offensive in one of my regular videos? Not often, right? It's just that when I do, and people don't like it, that sticks out as a highlighted memory for them and tricks their brain into thinking that's all I'm capable of. An illusion of the mind. Like, people I went to school with think I'm mean, but those same people would never be able to come up with an example of when I've ever been mean to another person. It's just their perception and acceptance of a reputation that decided to circle around with only 10% of the information inside it. I'm so nice, guys. Like, you don't even understand how nice I am. Well, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, do remember to like, share, and subscribe if you didn't do none of that already and feel like it. And I'll play myself off.